All right, hello team. This is our team call for May 22nd, 2023. All right, so today we are, what are we doing? We are going to talk, we're just going to keep it very brief and then we're going to try and do a little action hour. So we're going to, the three of us are each going to share 3 things that are working for us right now. And then we'd like to open up for other people to share what's working for them right now. And then we'll jump into an action hour. Sound good? And then what? And then updates. And then and before that, I'm going to update everybody on what's going on. All right. So for June, so the super block for June is job 1. So what that means is anybody that buys a challenge pack this month will get the unlock for job 1. And then they will get to pick another super block out that has already been released, whether that's T25 or 21-day fix. So that, and we are starting that on, what's the date of that? The 2nd week of June, which is, the 5th. So we're starting that on June 5th. If people want to start beforehand, I'll set up the pod and you can add people to it. We're just going to run a message pod for job 1. I was also thinking about doing another message pod for just an all body block, iron block, or any other blocks. So I might just call it like an all body block pod. That might not be specifically to job 1. So I'll open that up, I'll run a post on the Facebook community and in the body groups. And then and if people want that, then I'll create it and people can share there for accountability, because not everyone's going to do job 1. It is only 20 minutes. Some people want a little longer, but what's amazing with job 1, you guys, is this is an ideal program to go back and talk to people that you've been talking to and say, could you give yourself 20 minutes a day? That's it. Could you commit to yourself 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week? Most people can do that. That's like 1% of their day, like 1%. So I have boards up for the job 1 super block. And in there are invites, sample invites, follow-ups, and then also the video for job 1 is in there. And then I'm going to be adding some more graphic stuff in there probably tomorrow morning. So go in, check it out, reach out to all your people. You literally have this whole week and all of next week to get people into job 1 or into one of our body blocks. And then we have a couple of different things going on for our groups. If you are in my downline, I'm doing something separate on body with Nicole. That's like a bingo type thing. If anyone would be interested in doing that with any of their groups that they run, I know Jessica runs her own group and I'm not sure if Mickey does too. Does she? But I will offer it out. We have a script already made and everything's done. So if anybody wants to take it and run with it, it's yours. And then in the wellness connection, Amanda and Natasha are working on content for that. So we will have content every day. I'm sure we'll do a bunch of lives and giveaways and challenges and all of that. So you have a place on Facebook as well. So, and I really find what works for your people. Sometimes pods work. Sometimes the Facebook group works. If you're in a body group, that works. So find what works for the person, for the ideal person, because you just want to be able to connect with them on some level in one of those spaces to help them on their journey and give them the support that they need. Is that everything? Okay, and then other updates. Do you want to do the other updates for like the $30 off and stuff?
Sure. Yeah, if you didn't see, I posted it today. It was announced this morning, I think, on the National Wake Up Call that there's a new promo code. So you still have your personal promo code. That's your name, TSP20, and it's for $20 off any total solution pack of $219 or more. There is a new promo code for everyone for $30 off a $219 total solution pack. So that brings it to $189. And that code is total solution 30, I think it is. I put it in the
and they sent an email today too.
Yeah, they did send an email today too. But yeah, it's total solution 30. So your commission is like $3 less or something, they said, because of the additional $10 off that they get. But just know that you can offer that to maybe somebody who's been price objecting or has just been sitting and not pulling the trigger. This might help them pull the trigger. So I would, definitely do that. Also, the bike sale is still going until the end of the month. So continue talking about that. You can continue pushing people to the wellness flash sale for the information, because all the information's over there. I even took my video walkthrough of the bike and put it in a highlight. So you can direct people there to actually see the bike. And I talk about all the different things that you can adjust on the bike and all the different aspects of body. So you can direct them to that. Also, if you're on your bike, tag wellness flash sale, and then we can share that on wellness flash sale stories too. It's just it shows people that I'm not the only one using the bike, It shows
Also, there's
the
a
word I'm looking
boards.
for.
There's a boards on the bike flash sale too. So there's graphics in there that you can share with people. There's lingo, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you have a Peloton, you can still share about the bike. You can pull up a workout on your iPad. There is even a Peloton hack if you go into boards under the bike. I think it's literally called the bike. I put there's a video in there somewhere if you have a Peloton, how to actually get body on your Peloton if you want to try it out.
Oh yeah.
So it gives you directions. It doesn't work on all the Pelotons, but some of them it does. So you just got to try it out.
Does it work on Nordic Track? I had a client who asked me that.
Does Nordic Track have a screen?
Yeah, the one she has a screen. So I said if it has a screen and it has a browser, it would probably work.
Oh, probably if it has a browser, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what the hack is, but you could look at the Peloton one and see if it's similar. I don't know, but it's a really good price for the bike. I'm talking to a couple people. I think they're going to get it. And then if they get the Studio, just so you guys know, the Studio comes with weights. It comes with a mat to go under the bike. And it comes with 3 years of body, which is basically a $600 value. That's really, really good. It's $1,100. That's really good. There's subscription service for 3 years, plus the bike, plus weights, plus a mat. That's way less than what I paid.
Yeah.
Should have waited.
I know, right?
But and there's payment plans. So people can pay $38 a month.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pay it up front or anything.
Oh, excuse me.
right.
I think that was all the announcements.
One other thing, Sure Thing drops June 12th. I'm excited about that for all access.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's great. A lot of
You
people
know what?
Member library.
I was actually thinking about doing it because I loved it.
Yeah. And a lot of people those people that waited, they may want to jump on that.
Right,
in
right.
June.
I have a that are in my that didn't want to get it was, they had to pay for it. So
Yeah.
I was pushing it the
that's
whole
good.
time we were doing it. So it might be something to do in a little extra pod. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's good. June 12th. Good to know. Awesome. And then we just came up with, if you guys want to hear the quick lineup for the next few months. So July, we're going to be doing a special group for Chapwood Carry Water. For August, Morning Meltdown Super Black launches. So we're going to do something called Take Back Your Morning. So we're going to incorporate morning routines with that, a special group. And it's also August when people are going back to school, getting ready to. So it's a good time to start talking about morning routines. September, we're going to do a habit bet. October, a Rock the Block. And November, Fit Wars is coming back. So that is our lineup for the next 5 months, which is exciting. And then we're set up. And then December, we'll kind of take it easy. And I don't know. It'd be good to do something.
Yeah, it's Lift More Super Block. So yeah, we'll just do a themed.
Yeah.
All
right. So let's do our tips. And then we'll do 20 minutes action. We'll see what we can get through.
Yeah.
You want to go first? You want me to?
I can.
Okay.
I think for me, and this is just going to echo what I talked about last week, is follow ups. Like that's just what's you just have to keep talking to people, have to keep reaching out. They may have said no last month, or they might have said no a year ago or whatever. Just keep the conversation going. I talked a lot about it last week, but people will thank you when the time is finally right for them. They will thank you for not giving up on them. So I think that's the first one. The second one is I've really been focusing on just like making connections from like groups that I'm in. So I'm in a lot of different fertility groups. So just trying to make some genuine connections and connections with people who liked my miscarriage reel. I had so many of like new people. So I just like have been reaching out and just trying to really just make new connections, which is something that I really need to focus on right now. And what's the third one? I've just been like trying to get to my desk more, like just not working from anywhere, but like actually sitting down and working from an intentional space. I think is just super helpful.
I love that. Okay, my quick 3 tips are, so one thing that's really been working well for me, and I went back to it, was posting quotes that speak to me.
Oh yeah.
So quotes can really be a great engagement post too, because if people find the humor and what you find the humor in, are inspired by what you're inspired by, that could be your people. B, people share those posts, and a lot of times people will comment on them. And so it's also good to get your feed sticky. And then C, it's really great to then connect with those people that are, lots of times the likes are really high on those, and you can actually make really great connections. So I started doing that about 2 weeks ago on my Instagram, and I'm not doing anything fancy, you guys. I'm not like doing it in a special graphic or whatever. I'm just throwing up something that speaks to me. I'm not even doing it so it looks pretty on my grid. I don't care. And if it speaks to me, I'm putting it up there, and I'm not waiting to put it up the next day. I'm just throwing it up when I see it. And I've gotten a lot of engagement on them. And so I started actually reaching out to a lot of those people. And if I hadn't engaged with them before, I do send them like an introduce myself post, which is like, hey, my name is Kate. I kind of share the season of life I'm in, what I'm into, what they can expect to find on my page. And then I ask them if, what season of life they're in, and, what that looks like. And so lots of times we'll go back and forth, and that starts the connection. And what I realized is I'm always about like adding people to my network all the time, but I'm not even serving the people that are in my network. And so for me, who's been coaching for a really long time, I feel like I need to serve the people that are already in my network. I'm still adding every day, but also like doing these quotes and stuff and reaching out to make connections. I realized like literally I sent 30 or 40 introduce myself posts to people today. And I'm like, oh my God, I have all these people that are liking my stuff and I've never even connected with them once. Like, shame on me. So yeah, it's kind of sometimes you have to remind yourself to go back to basics. I was doing that probably a year ago, but you get out of habits and it's okay to go back. So quotes have really been working for me. So I'm posting those again. I'm still adding to my network daily though. So just so you know, I always do that. What else? So I needed accountability to meet for action hours because I have to work at my desk too. And I have this lovely clipboard and I only use it when I'm at my desk. So I started, I reached out to Amanda and to Megan and I asked if they would be accountability partners with me. If you need accountability partners, I'm committed to being on every morning at 8:30 and doing an action hour. And getting what I can get done on the tracker. So like today I did literally one post of quotes and it was like I had over 200 likes on that post and it took me the entire time, but I just did it. So I made a lot of connections off of that. And then I'm going to follow Lindsay's was it form? You ask about the family and then, you know, all the different things. And then I'm going to invite them, right? But remember that who you're connecting with is like the post then that you share about health and wellness. They're going to see those and they're going to probably like them. And then the invitation comes off a lot easier, right? So it's like not just posting health and wellness, posting other things that, you know, that you're going through, growing through, the quotes, whatever, and then continue, you know, making those connections and then turning that all into an invite. What else? So then meeting for action hour for accountability, that is big. So if you want in on that, let me know. I'll send you my link. And then the other thing is just to not assume that what you have to say, people have heard enough. I always have that voice in my head that's like, I've shared that before a bazillion times, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? If it's something that's true for you in the moment, it doesn't matter how many times you've shared it. People might need to hear that message today if you need to hear it for yourself. So don't think, even no matter how long you've been coaching or that you're sharing the same thing over and over again, like your story or where you're at or what you're healing and growing through still needs to be shared. Share it, and don't let like your ego and self-doubt keep you back from sharing those things, because no matter, I can't tell you how many times people reach out to me and be like, I needed to read that today. So you know, don't hold yourself back because you feel like you've said it already. I've shared my transformation already. I've shared this already. You know what? I think all of us have shared a lot of the things, but you got to be reminded over and over and over again, right? Of how powerful we are. You can't hear that enough, because our negative voice in our head is 100 times that probably. So share all the positivity. We all got to hear it over and over and over again. And that's my 3 tips. Anybody else want to share? Oh no, Lindsay, you're up. You're here. You're in the car.
I'm here. I'm just in the car driving right now. And I can share when you guys do the action hour, I'm going to jump off. Just because I'm driving, and to be honest, I need to listen to some good music before I pick up my kids and drive an hour home and hear mom and stuff. So during the action hour, I'm going to pop off. But 3 tips. So for the first thing that I want to say is that this is not my tip, but I'm going to repeat it because I think it's a tip everyone needs to hear. Reels is where I do not follow or add anyone to any platform, and I haven't in a year, because every single day I get 50 to 70 new follows to 100 new follows across the platforms just by doing reels. So doing reels, if you're like, I don't get it, mine just aren't sticking, then I just want you to ask yourself, are you doing them just to throw something up, or is it authentic to something that shares an emotion or a pain point or showcases your unique personality that it would not land as another person who used this reel, but this was an individual like way to deliver it? You know, like so reels is just like, if you're not comfortable there yet, I would love to challenge you to do 1 reel a day for 30 days and see what happens. Some days are going to be a throw it up and see if it sticks. But when I did 1 reel a day for 30 days, my account went from 500 followers on Facebook to 140,000. And I think I'm like 156 or 157 now. It definitely slowed down. But I also am like a few a week now. But when I do 1 reel a day, I constantly have new people. And to be honest with you, that is where for my tip, that is where I can post something. So I use what's really working well is using something that Shaun T says, or there's a train. Using something that Shaun T says in his workouts, or using something that I've read in my personal development that day as an inspiration, 1 sentence as an inspiration for the basis of my post that then I can create it around. So I've been doing that to have some like powerful deliveries a few times a week with the reels, with talking in the stories, of course, but then once a week, if not twice a week, a very bold, not fancy schmancy, just like, here's a call to action. This is what I have going on. Number 1, number 2, number 3, comment below. I can't tell you how many years I've done call to actions and I get nothing. Normally my call to actions have less likes than anything. The other day I threw a call to action up being like, oh, I haven't really been like doing a lot of reels lately and really connecting a lot lately because life was crazy last week. So I don't know what this is going to do. I threw up a thing for our June boot camp, and I think there were like 12, 13, 14 people I've never talked to interested, and they all follow me off of reels. There's the only way they've connected off of me is through maybe like, so if you're looking for more outreach, I did the friends and the following and the adding followers and the groups for so long. And it just didn't work for me for a really long time. And I found that the way I find my people, which is very different, it's different for all of us. So just take this as a grain of salt if it doesn't align with you. But the way I find my people is by showing my personality, my pain, my energy, and my power through video and reels. And then I post a call to action, and literally the invites are there. And it's really an awesome thing because I always wanted to get there and I didn't know how. And I feel like if it wasn't for reels, those bold call to actions wouldn't be working. Another thing that's working is for a long time, I followed everyone saying to use curiosity marketing. Don't say Shakeology, don't say Energize, don't say Beachbody, don't say body. Get them to come ask you because they can go Google it and find it. What I find is that if the people are going to go Google it and find it, then they are. I have gotten a lot more power in saying body and Shakeology and Energize. People who are like, oh my gosh, I almost tried, that's Shakeology. Yes, I almost tried that before and I didn't. What do you like about it? The conversations around it are so much more than when I was using curiosity marketing, which worked for me for a while. So I'm finding that being just bold in exactly what I'm here for, exactly what I'm about, and exactly what I'm offering is like people kind of like that no bullshit delivery from me right now. In the past, curiosity marketing works. So that's the second one. And my third one is my favorite. And it's what is really working well for me is my presence and my peace. I have finally given myself the permission to be okay with whatever I got done today and allow myself to be fully present. Like when I'm on this call with you guys, I'm on this call with you. When I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. And I've always said that we need to do that. I think multitasking is a really non-present way to live. And I did it for a long time and then I stopped, and then because of my life phase and situation, I've just had to, but I've really challenged myself to get more present, and to get more present, it's connected me to the reason why my mornings mean so much. I've been up between 6 and 8 now consistently for a few weeks, and it's the best part of my day. I don't talk to anybody. I don't like it. It's taking the time for me, and it's allowing me to have more time to be present without feeling anxious to get to everything else. Also to go to bed and know, like I heard Justina earlier say, like, I just feel like time is of the essence and I need to respond to these people. Oh my gosh, I used to feel that way too. But here's the thing, if they're interested and it's something that we said, they'll wait till the morning. What's the difference in the message of the morning to the night? Now, that's not an excuse to not do all of the things that you're capable of doing, but it is permission to tell you that your energy output when enough is enough, and it's not an excuse, is enough. And you can find power and peace in that. So reels, bold call to actions once to twice a week, saying exactly what I'm here for, the company I'm with, the products I'm drinking, and just putting it all out there, and being present and okay with understanding that I can't compare my output to Kate and Amanda's because I don't have that. Last year I had my kids out of 7 24-hour days. I was not with my kids for 8 hours. So I run all of my business and homeschool with my kids present. And so I was having a hard time. And this is the last thing I'm saying. I was having a hard time. And if any of you are new coaches and you feel like you compare yourself to other coaches, I'm 10 years in and I'm sitting here comparing myself to the time that Amanda and Kate have to give into the team, because it's not that I don't want to give that same effort, but the truth is that I have not an excuse because I still make it work. I still work my business like 20 hours a week, but it's majority of the time with my kids before they wake up, you know, and things like that. So I was really finding a hard time being present and going to bed feeling like I was enough, like I was doing enough, like I showed up enough. And then I'm finally at the position, you know, some things shifted and I've just found power in the presence. That's my story and I will stop it there. Okay, thanks.
I love that. And yes, you should do reels. I second that. You should do reels. I do get a lot of followers off of reels. Just start having fun with it, right? And if you don't follow Brock Johnson, he's really great for like tutorials and stuff. But yes, that was good. Love you. All right, does anyone else want to share what's working for them, or do we want to dive into a power hour?
I'm gonna pop off if no one else is gonna share, so I can just focus on driving and listen to some music and take some breaths.
Sounds good. I think we're just gonna dive into it.
Okay. All right. I
Lauren,
love you all.
you too. Wait, should we do?
Okay,
Wait, wait, let's do a picture real quick.
Okay.
I'll get it, Amanda. You got it the last few times. Hopefully I don't mess it up again. All right, Cheryl, if you can show your face for a second, you missed it last time. All right, this is a boomerang. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, got it. Saving it.
Woo. All right. Love you all. Goodbye.
All right, love you, bye. Okay, so we're gonna jump into an action hour. Let's do like, how do you want to do it, Amanda? You want to do like 3 timed 5-minute things? Keep it short. I don't know
Yeah.
how long it's gonna go.
Yeah, just keep it short.
Okay, so since Amanda has been talking so much about follow-ups, let's start with that. So first of all, you guys, if you don't have a tracker, you want to get a tracker. This is really going to keep you organized. And then they're found, you can get it digitally, I think even on the back office, right? Or this tracker, which I have printed out and I have clipboards. And so I just follow that. And then I'm a pencil and paper person. You can use like Google Streak or whatever, but I literally have a list of who I've invited. And you know what? When people say they're interested, I leave the message as unread until I click on it and I can add them to my notebook. So because I know that if I click on it and then I don't, because you know how you can highlight it again and put it as unread so that I know that it's there,
That I
so
do
that I
too.
can record it. So that works for me. So make sure that you have a tracker that you're working from anytime you sit down to work your business and be intentional about it. So we're going to start with follow-ups. I can throw my follow-up message from the boards for, and remember, we're inviting for the job 1. So if you have boards, go into the boards, go check out the job 1. What's it called? Oh, I called it Sweat into Summer Challenge, not job 1. So if you go into there, there's invites. And then in the invites, there's a follow-up in there. So I'm just going to share it here, but do you guys all have the boards? Oh, and then Amanda put one in. So there you go. So let's take 8 minutes and we're going to work on follow-ups. So follow-ups are anybody that you've invited before. And if you have questions, like feel free to interrupt and be like, well, how would you ask this? Or how would you do this? Like, this is the opportunity where you can actually ask questions during this like little power hour.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi. So my question is, so the people that we did invite, but they hadn't responded at all, those are not people that you would do follow-ups, but maybe invite them at a different time,
Okay, so follow-ups are people that you've invited before. and
right?
you said no. Or they expressed interest but then ghosted you. Or maybe they responded to a post saying more info, please, and then you sent them a message, but they never responded.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's the follow-up. So it's someone you've already spoken to before.
Okay, good. Because I thought I was sending them to the,
Yeah, no.
okay. Why did Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. I have a cold.
Okay, that was like 10 minutes. Do you want to take like another 10 minutes and invite off of our stories? Yeah, all right, so we'll do that. Okay. What do you want to end with? 5 more minutes or something. Let's just do like connecting. All right.
I've still got a few invites left, but then I'll do some connecting.
Okay, we're done. I was just tagging you on the stories.
Sweet. Thanks for forcing me to do a little more work.
I know. I'll be on tomorrow. Are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I'll be on tomorrow.
All
I
right.
should
Um,
make
8:30.
myself get my workouts done before that.
Are you doing both?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good. I just did walking actually today. I did T25 and I modified everything, which I'll just be honest.
Oh, is your
Modifying
knee still
sucks.
hurting?
Yeah, it's kind of still sore. It's healing, but like when I bend it a certain way, it hurts. So I just have to like be patient with it. So I did that and then I did walk and then I went walking. So I think
Okay.
it's like, I feel like it's good for me to walk. So,
Yeah.
and he just goes so fast and yeah, so doing Shanti slow kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Is what I realize. I do not like doing him slow.
I hear you.
Because you feel like you're not working very hard then. It was only 25
yeah.
minutes. It's all good. It's probably like slow down. So that's what I'm
Right.
doing, slowing down.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
right, cool. Bye, Justina. So I'll see you in the morning.
Bye. I'll see you in the morning.